Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatthimirandasya jnanajana salakaya chakshurmilitamena tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandekam Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kamta Radha Kamta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Paditana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which can be joyfully performed, Susukam Kartum, and the everlasting time-tested knowledge, Abhyam. We are able to see ourselves, Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam. That is, we are able to realize ourselves through this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Here only, Krishna is telling Arjuna that you are speaking like a learned person, but you don't know that you are the soul. Immediately in the next sloka, Krishna said in the second chapter, 12th sloka, Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadipaga nachaiva nabhavishyamaga sarve vayam mataha param. So both you, me, and all these kings, there was never a time when we did not exist, nor in the future there will be a time where we will cease to exist. That's what Krishna is saying. There itself, there is a very important knowledge. We understand that we are always there, the soul. That's really very, very important to know about ourselves. We are there all the time. There was never was there a time when we did not exist, nor in the future there will be any time we will cease to exist. That's what Krishna is. So that way we are always there. Right now we are in this body, the body what we have. Each and every one of us, we have our body, and that is changing. So every day that body is transforming, changing, like from the boyhood to youth, youth to old age. So similarly, at the time of death, we are going to change another body. But the soul is always young. There is no age for the soul. We cannot say that the soul is so many years old. It is Purana. It is the oldest. The soul is the oldest. Ajonityaga saswato yam Purano. So it is Purana means it is the oldest. So every individual self is the oldest person here. We think that somebody who is just born, an infant, or a child, or a boy, or a youth, or old man, all such things, we call it based on the body, but the soul is always old only. All the souls are, there is nothing like senior soul or junior soul. Even Arjuna asks Krishna that aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataka katham etat vijaniyam tvam madav proktavaniti. So you are by birth junior to Vivasvan, but there is nothing like senior or junior by birth. The soul is the oldest, and the soul is always there. So there is neither birth nor death for the soul at any point of time. So that's the knowledge Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So that's why we are able to realize ourselves through this Bhagavad Gita knowledge that we are the soul. So the sole purpose of studying this Bhagavad Gita is to realize that we are not the body, we are the soul. So once we understand, we already studied in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us that the soul is pervading this entire body. But it doesn't mix with the body, because the soul is completely spiritual in nature. It doesn't mix with the body. Whereas the body is completely material in nature. This body is made up of matter, what the elements we see in the periodic table, especially carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbohydrate. So it's mainly, but of course, all other elements are also there. So our body is mainly made up of matter. Whereas the soul, which is completely spiritual, and it pervades this entire body. But Lord Shri Krishna pervades this entire universe. Yena sarvam idam tatam. So yena sarvam idam tatam means Krishna is pervading this entire universe. Whereas we, the individual soul, is pervading this entire body. So that way, yatha kasha stito nityam vayugu sarvatra gomagan tata sarvani bhutani matsani iti upadari. So the mighty wind which blows everywhere always rests in the sky. So that way, all these living entities which are taking different bodies, but they always rest in Krishna only. That's what Krishna is saying there. Yatha kaso stito nityam vayuga sarvatra gomagan tata sarvani bhutani matsani iti upadari. Matsani. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is pervading this entire universe in his unmanifested form. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsani sarvabhutani nachagam tesu avastita. So that way, that Krishna, the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, so he is the source of everything. In fact, in the lecture what I had yesterday in the Tamil Bhagavad Gita, one important realization came. Krishna is actually teaching in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that Ye chaiva satvika bhavaha rajasa tamasaschaye matta evaiti tan vidhi natvakam teushu te mayi. So this last line is very important. Natvakam teushu te mayi. So these three modes of material nature, satvika bhavaha rajasa tamasaschaye matta evaiti tan vidhi. They come from me only. I am not in them, but they are in me. Natvakam teshu te mayi. That's what Krishna is teaching. So, but in the 9th chapter, towards the end, Krishna is also saying that Samogham sarva bhutesu namedvesho asti na priyagam ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktyam mayi te tesu te chapyaham. So, mayite tesu chapyaham. That's what Krishna is saying. So, natvagam teshu te mayi, mayite tesu chapyaham. We need to realize, understand these two lines, like one in the 7th chapter, another in the 9th chapter. So, when Krishna is teaching about the three modes of material nature, Krishna is very clearly telling us, instructing us that these three modes of material nature are coming from Krishna. And they are in Krishna, but Krishna is not in them. So that means they are controlled by Krishna. So Krishna is not controlled by the three modes of material nature. But what is our situation? Aham tesu. So Krishna says that natvaham tesu. So I am not in them. Then themai. Whereas in our case, we have to say that we are in them. Na themai. So they are not in us. The three modes of material. So that is the difference between ourselves and Krishna. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of the three modes of material nature. And the three modes of material nature are controlled by Krishna. And whereas we are controlled by the three modes of material nature. But in the 9th chapter, Krishna is teaching us that Mayite Tesu Chapyaham. So that means they are in me and I am in them. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So for whom? Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. So those who render devotional service unto me, those who render service unto me with devotion. That's what ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite tesu chapya. So Krishna is saying that they are in me and I am in them. So that means, what does that mean? If we love Krishna, if we render devotional service unto Krishna with love and devotion, so that's what bhaktya. So with devotion, that's what ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. So that means Krishna is in us. So that means Krishna is in our control. So that's what it means. So we are in Krishna's control and Krishna is in our control. So mayite tesu chapya. So what does that mean? So Krishna, the three modes of material nature are under Krishna's control and we are under the control of the three modes of material nature. But if we render devotional service unto Krishna with devotion, then Lord Sri Krishna, who is the controller of the three modes of material nature, he is in our control. So that means we can control the three modes of material nature. How? By controlling Krishna. And how can we control Krishna? By rendering devotional service unto him with devotion. That is the only way Krishna can be controlled. That's how Mother Yasoda was able to tie Krishna. So that's why Krishna just accepted the role of a charioteer for Arjuna. Because Arjuna believed in Krishna on everything. Everything, even in that battlefield. Even though Arjuna said that, Govinda, I shall not fight. But he was listening to Krishna. He told Krishna that I am a soul surrendered unto you. So that means he is a devotee of Krishna. Krishna himself told Arjuna that you are bhaktosi me saka cheti ragasyam hi etaduttamam. You are my dear devotee and my friend. That's why I am teaching you this most confidential knowledge. Yategam priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamya. Because you are so dear to me. So that's why for your benefit I am giving this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Now we are all studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So what does that mean? So we are all dearer to Krishna. So that's why Krishna is teaching us this Bhagavad Gita. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so we will come out of the control of the three modes of material nature. Now in this material world, so we are forced to act by the three modes of material nature. So there is not even a single moment we can refrain from doing something, because everyone is forced to act by the three modes of material nature. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tistate akarmakrit karyatege avasaka karma sarvaka prakriti jaitunai. But if we love Krishna, if we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we render devotional service unto Krishna. If we just fall in love with Krishna, so if we only remember Krishna only, so then this is going to change. Then the three modes of material nature is going to serve us. Then Lord Sri Krishna will be in our control. So that is possible only by devotion, nothing else. Simply there is no other way to control Krishna, who is the controller of everything, who is the Sarvaloka Maheshwam. So Krishna is the master of all universes. Sarvaloka Maheshwam, he is the Visvesvara, he is the Yogeshwara. So Krishna is everything, Isvara, he is the Rishikesha. So that Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Maheshwara, so he can be controlled only by devotion. So that means that is possible only with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that means Lord Sri Krishna will be always at our service. I have mentioned many times in the past that we always say that we have to render devotional service unto Krishna, but the opposite is also very much true. So when we are devoted to Krishna, when we surrender unto Krishna with love and devotion, then Krishna is doing devotional service unto us, because Krishna is very much devoted to us. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he pervades this entire universe, who is there in each and everyone's heart as the super soul. So that Krishna, that Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he will be simply rendering service to us like he was driving the chariot of Arjuna. So that is the achievement we need to make in this life, that we should actually become a very, very dear devotee of Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and do everything for Krishna. So that way we will be able to accept Krishna's service. So that way our life will be full of bliss. No more problems. No more worries. Only the demons in this world, they are worried all the time. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaga kamopaboga paramaye tavatiti nishchitaga asapasa satair baddaga kama krodha parayanaga ikante kama bogartam anyayena artha sanchayan. So that will happen only to the demons. Aneka chitta vibranta mohajjala samavritaga prashaktaga kama bogesu patanti narake asucho. That is only for demons. But we are devotees. We are devotees of Krishna. So that way we are very, very, very fortunate, extremely fortunate that we are able to study this Bhagavad Gita. So all such things are going to happen only with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that way we don't have to struggle hard and suffer in this material world. Simply by listening to Krishna, simply by studying and understanding this entire Bhagavad Gita, we will be able to accept Krishna's service, Krishna's mercy. So that way with love and devotion, so we will be able to enjoy, like Arjuna told Krishna that Vihara Sayyasana Bhojaneshu. That's what Arjuna told. So they were sitting in the same seat, they were sleeping together, they were eating together. Arjuna is so much gifted. We want the same thing. We want to eat with Krishna, we want to dine with Krishna. We want to sit with Krishna, play with Krishna, sleep with Krishna. We want to live with Krishna, which Krishna is already there with us, and Krishna very much is also wanting to do the same thing. So, but because of our ignorance, because of our stupid attachment to the material sense objects, we are just missing. We are just missing Krishna because of this materialistic conception of life. So we need to, that's why Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, we need to detach, we need to completely cut down all these materialistic connections. That's what is very important. Completely cut down everything. We should be connected only with Krishna. 24/7. Do everything only for Krishna. Of course, we are controlled by the three modes of material nature. It is not possible in a single day or in a single lifetime. But we have the knowledge and we have so much faith on Krishna, and we know how to control our mind. We know how to focus our mind on Krishna because Krishna is teaching us everything. So if we simply engage ourselves in Krishna's devotional service all the time, so then we are going to make that progress. We are going to go to Guru. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 18 slokas in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is teaching Arjuna that what is karma. So I shall explain to you what karma is. Tate karma pravakshyami yajnatva mokshashe ashvat. I shall explain to you what is karma. So just by knowing that, you will be freed from the miseries of material existence. So that's what we are doing. We just have to simply follow what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. All the 18 chapters, 700 slokas. That's it. No more, no less. Just these 18 chapters, 700 verses. Of course, if you have time, then definitely Srimad Bhagavatam. There also Krishna speaks, gives knowledge to Uddhava also. And there also Krishna is glorified. So because we want to glorify the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, that's what brings us happiness. The real happiness comes if we glorify the real hero, not the real heroes, the real hero. So that is Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is the real hero. So we just have to glorify Krishna. Then we will get full satisfaction, full bliss. That's why Krishna is saying that Machitta Matkatha Prana Bodhayantaga Parasparam Kathayantascha Manityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. That's what is going to bring us satisfaction and bliss. Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Only if we think about Krishna, only if we talk about Krishna, discuss about Krishna. So then only our life is very, very blissful, meaningful. Otherwise, all other talks are useless. Everything, whatever we talk, everything is nonsense, simply nonsense, which doesn't make any sense. So that's what nonsense. So by Krishna's mercy, we are getting this knowledge. So we are understanding more about Krishna. So now, in the 17th sloka, what we studied in the 4th chapter, Karmano hyapi bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaga akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gati. So one should understand what is karma, what is vikarma, what is akarma. Bodhavyam, bodhavyam, bodhavyam. So one should understand what is action, what is forbidden action, and what is inaction, because the intricacies of action is very difficult to understand. Gahana karmano gati. So that way Krishna is saying that the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Then in the next sloka, we studied, Krishna is teaching that Karmani akarmaya pasye akarmani cha karmayaga sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayuktaha kritsna karma krit. One who sees karmani, in action, akarmaya pasyet, inaction. One who sees inaction in action. So that's what karmani akarmaya pasyet akarmani cha karmayaga. One who sees action in inaction. So one who sees inaction, action in inaction. Sabuddhiman manushyesu sayuktaga krishna karma krit. So he is the intelligent person and he is engaged, even though he is engaged in all sorts of activities, he is in the transcendental position. So Krishna karma krit. So that way, how that is going to be possible? Simply by doing what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. So that means we are not going to be affected by the results of activities. That means we are not going to be bound by the results of the activity. Simply by doing what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So that way this Bhagavad Gita is very important. What Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita is very important. So 24/7, we should focus only on what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So that way we will not waste this human life. It's very, very important. So one who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Then in the next sloka number 19, Krishna is teaching us that Yasya sarve samarambhaga kama sankalpa varjitha jnanagni tagda karmanam tamahu Panditam Buddha. So Pandita, the learned persons, those who are intelligent, learned persons, they say, Tamahu. What they say? They say that one who is free from all attachments. all desires, in all endeavors. That's what Sarve Samarambhaga Kama Sankalpa Varjitaga. So one who is free from the desires for sense gratification in all endeavors. So for him, he is able to burn the reactions by the fire of knowledge. Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam. So that's why Karmanam means the work, the activities, the results of activities, the reactions, basically. So Dagda means it is burned. So it is burned by the fire of knowledge, Jnanagni. So that's what already Krishna is going to teach us in this 4th chapter towards the end. Krishna uses this word Jnanagni. Yathaidamsi samitognihi bhashmashat kurute juna Jnanagni tagda karmanam bhashmashat kurute tatha. So the fire which burns all the firewood into ashes, the blazing fire. So similarly, the fire of knowledge burns all the reactions into ashes. So that's why Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Pudagam. So that way, it's very, very important that we should give up the desires. We should give up the attachments to the results of our activities. So that means we are freed from the reactions of our actions. So that's what Krishna is teaching here. So one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burnt up by the fire of perfect knowledge. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 19th shloka today in the 4th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. It roughly takes about 15 minutes for chanting 2 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschyatyate Satarini. Om Jnanaktimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Tulasi Vilasa Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Venkat Nagarjun Prabhu and Chandrakala Mataji says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. There are no questions, Guruji. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Dr. Janvi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna. You understood everything today?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare. It was nice meeting you in person in Bangalore, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Same here, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the session. I really enjoyed it. And I have connected to Krishna. Actually, I pray to Lord Venkateshwar Swami so much. I understood that they both are same. There is no difference. Yes. Yeah.
No difference.
And every day in my work also, I'm chanting Krishna and I'm working. I'm seeing the difference also. And the response from my patients also, it's really great. Actually, I'm practicing since few months only. But I'm seeing, I cannot express how can I don't know how to express it, but I can feel Krishna. And before I used to get angry quickly because if situations are not according to me, or I get agitated very quickly and I take stress. Now everything I'm leaving to Krishna. Whatever Krishna does the best, I get it on my path. If it is, I'm not worried about this may happen, this may not happen. That dislike and likes, those are like little bit. I'm able to analyze it, and I'm able to keep Krishna in my all the work. Actually, it's really nice. Because of your whole day, how you have explained the things. I think it's all to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
It's all Krishna's mercy that day. Like even I didn't imagine how Krishna's mercy we were able to finish everything. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very Hare Krishna. Yeah, I spoke with your mother also. I think maybe last week she joined. She joined
Okay,
the program. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mohan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Disconnected. Okay. Kandula Tirupati Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, thank you very much. Today's class also, I am very happy to see you again in this class. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, thank you for
Hare
another
Krishna.
wonderful class.
Yes,
You again and again explained about the soul for us. The sole purpose of our life is to know that we are a soul. And today's class, when you are telling us that we should we should leave our sense gratification, our desire for sense gratification in the work that we do, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
You need to give up the attachment to the results.
Attachment to the results. So in the book it says this thing, no, development of this knowledge of eternal servitorship to the God is compared to fire. So that's what it says in that purport, Guruji. So
Yeah, fire of knowledge.
Yeah, the fire of knowledge. And that fire of knowledge, once kindled, will burn our reactions to the work that we do.
That's correct. Reactions to ashes. Yeah.
To the
All our
reaction.
reactions will be nullified. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
being in service to Krishna is what will kindle the fire of knowledge in us. And that fire of knowledge will burn all reactions to our this thing that we do. Is it all the karma that we do?
Yes,
all
this
the
Bhagavad Gita is the fire of knowledge, this Jnana Agni. So right now, what we are doing is that we are kindling the fire of, when we study this Bhagavad Gita, so that means we are this Jnana Agni. We are, that's what this Bhagavad Gita is compared to Agni. So also to boat of knowledge, fire of knowledge, lamp of knowledge, eyes of knowledge, weapon of knowledge. So like that Krishna is using, comparing in different slokas, different ways. So that way, as what the fire does, the fire burns everything, correct? So the fire of knowledge burns the reactions, all our reactions. So whatever actions we perform, all the reactions to our actions. So that's what this fire of knowledge will do. That's why Yathaidamsi Samittogni Bhashmashat Kurte Arjuna Jnanagni Tadda Karmanam Bhashmashat Kurte Tada. So Karmanam means the fruit, the results of our actions, basically the reactions. So it will burn everything. So that way we will not be bound by our actions. That's why Krishna is teaching us that how to perform our activities, correct? Tatte karma pravakshami. So we need to first have the knowledge. So then only we will be able to do things in the right way. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Guruji. And one other question that I wanted to ask you was the sannyasis or even the ISKCON monks, those who choose to join ISKCON and then be in full service of Krishna. So are they choosing the path because they don't want to be doing any other thing which can give them sense gratification? Like for us in everyday life, we have to be doing, things like we have to cook properly. We have to do so many other things, right, Guruji? We have to
So they
do our
also
work.
do all this. Even if they join temple also, they will be doing all kinds of services in the temple actually. So it's not that they will, and main service is preaching this Bhagavad Gita, spreading this message. That is a very important service. But all the devotees who join full time in the temple also, they will be doing cooking for Krishna, cleaning the temple, all kinds of service
Got
they
it,
do.
got it, got it.
So the
Yes,
main
Guruji.
important point is that they are very much, see everyone, even if a person is taking a Grihastha ashram also, so he also has to work like that way only. Everybody, so the mindset is what is very important. So we are working for Krishna or not. So that is the main thing. So that way Krishna won't differentiate like somebody is like brahmachari or a grihastha like that. So whether we are a devotee of Krishna, whether we are doing everything for Krishna, each one has their role in the society to play. So we need to just follow Bhagavad Gita, so then everything is perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Got it, Guruji. I understand. Even
Yes.
they are doing so much of beautiful service to Krishna. That is actually,
Yes.
as you said, spreading the message of God is the best service that one can do.
It is the
And
service. For all of us,
yes,
we should only aim to do that service only. Everything rest will just follow. We should not be worried about other things.
okay,
So
okay,
we
Guruji.
will succeed. There is no doubt, Mataji. Krishna has got plans, correct? So as we always say, so we thought we can postpone our one day Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna wanted to finish it. So Krishna finished it. So like that, he will have more plans for us, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. I'm very happy to hear Dr. Janvi's words. Her, that she's chanting Krishna and doing her, doctor service. So that's really wonderful to hear, Guruji. Thank
Yes.
you.
I think we need to get back to our weekly rhythm of meetings. So maybe we will soon, maybe in a week or so, we will start again, Mataji. So that way, we will be able to plan even more in our
Definitely.
efforts to spread Krishna's
Definitely.
message. That's the main. So,
Yes.
yes. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shashireka Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very nice to hear the transformational experience of Dr. Janvi. I'm so happy that she shared, because this is what encourages us that there's nothing impossible when you have total faith in Krishna. When you surrender to Krishna, everything is possible, and he will make life so simple and easy for you, and he'll give you so much peace that you don't have to, you don't need to do anything else to look for peace.
That's it. Our
yeah.
only goal is just to listen to Krishna and do what Krishna is asking us to do. That's it. Nothing else. That's no more, no less.
Absolutely. Also, I quite enjoyed the realization that you explained today from the Tamil class. You said there was this realization, and you compared those two lines. That was beautiful, Guruji. And so if Krishna, if we are devoted, if we are thinking of him, then he is with us, and then we have control over the three modes of nature automatically. The corollary automatically follows. So that is that is so very nicely explained, and connecting those two was very nice, Guruji. I think that makes a lot of that makes it clear.
Yeah, Krishna is saying that Natvagam teshu te mayi te teshu chapyagam. That's it. So that if we connect both, then that we can control the modes of nature. Yes.
Exactly, and which is what is our aim, because only then we can become Gunatita, and we can become Sthita Prajna, and we can think of being eligible to reach him. That is the most important thing for us, because that is our destination. And so, and so in the process we have to. That was very beautiful, Guruji. The understanding was so nice. Yeah, very nice understanding. Thank you so much, Guruji. It's I mean, every day I think this transformational experiences are little like Dr. Janvi said, we are also experiencing little by little, the changes that happen to us. And when I'm talking to some devotees who are asking further questions, or would be devotees, when even they're asking, some more questions, then I realize that when I'm taking the time to explain to them, then I'm actually talking about the differences that it has made in my life. And so, and then the realization occurs, see, so much has happened in the last 1.5 years that I have been with you in this class. So absolutely indebted to you, Guruji. I don't think
yes, Madam Krishna is actually giving you more experience in talking with devotees. So that is eventually you will become even more expert in this.
Absolutely, Guruji. And I'm realizing that, sometimes even when, I'm not really looking at the outcome. I'm not looking at whether they are, going to join, not going to join when I'm talking to them. I explain to them and I leave the choice to them. I say, this is how it is. Now you can decide whether you want me to add you to the WhatsApp group. And I'm sometimes, there are also rare occasions that people are abrupt, they're rude sometimes, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't reduce my enthusiasm for what I'm doing, because I realize I'm only doing it for Krishna. And so, both in terms of my time and my enthusiasm, I don't want to compromise, I don't want to, it's not affecting me. And that is the beauty of being in Krishna consciousnness, that you are not getting affected. You're, at least most of the times, you're not getting affected by whatever happens around you.
That is the thing. When we are serving Krishna, the results will not bind us.
Exactly. And this is such a beautiful experience. Extremely indebted to you, Guruji. Without you, it would not have been possible. Very grateful to you. Appreciate.
With Bhagavad Gita, we can accomplish anything we want for Krishna.
Exactly,
no doubt,
Guruji. Exactly.
We are definitely going to identify all the devotees everywhere. Absolutely. Of course, now we started with Bangalore. So we are going to have thousands of devotees in Bangalore, no doubt. Yes,
Guruji.
And other cities also will follow.
I'm grateful to you, Guruji, for this opportunity, for the knowledge, for the learning, for keeping us in Krishna consciousness, and for giving me this opportunity to serve Krishna. I'm extremely grateful to you and extremely grateful to this class, and also grateful to everyone who contributes to the to our learning every day. Thank you so much. Indebted to you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. 1408-805-6477. If you are able to unmute, we can talk if you have any. We can discuss if you have any questions. Kuldeep Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
I joined late, Guruji, but while chanting, I joined today. Very nice, Guruji. Especially Sumati Mataji asked a very interesting question. It is great learning for us also, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. That you every time you will tell that we are seeing some transformation, little. Shanai, you will always tell. Slowly, we are seeing transformation within us. We should have a patience to have a transformation very slowly. I should not be in a hurry, because earlier I used to be very in a hurry to get transformed. That now I am realizing it will not happen instantaneously. It is to happen very slowly. That I am experiencing, Guruji, through your class. Thank you very much, Guruji, for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Today's class also is somewhat interesting by the way that you have explained about soul. This is very important. There is no age for soul, as well as it is always oldest and young also. That is the basic thing which we learned today in our class. That is a very important thing that I felt. And then second thing is about the sloga. Yes, it's a very important sloga which you taught us, that you want to free from reactions of desires, then you have to follow the Bhagavad Gita. There is no other way. That is the second thing which you made it very clear today. The sloga. So, yes. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sureshta Bhi Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sunil Shivas.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranams Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Venkatanagarjun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Guru.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru. Thank you Guruji for today class. Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Suresh Tabi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Today we have learned a lot, Guruji. Especially the body, like you said, the body has, like we say, senior. But in case of soul, there is no seniority. So because
No
many
seniority,
people
yes.
have taken many births, so there is no count for seniority.
Yes.
Yeah. So that distinction is also gone between the souls.
In fact, a child who is just born, a child, maybe a year ago, the child was much age-wise older than us, actually.
Yeah, Guruji.
Before leaving the body, correct? So then,
Yes.
then taking birth as a child.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. That is very learning point, Guruji, today.
Yes.
Very nice to learn, Guruji. Slowly and slowly, people are changing. Your attitude, your like the approach towards the life is altogether different. Guruji. Slowly
Everything
it is
changes.
changing. So you do not react nowadays. Something happens, you do not react. So that is also changes coming into the person. Very nice, Guruji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kuldeep Prabhu. Mani Prabhu. Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Shah Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
That is a very important topic. Karma, Vikarma is most times discussing. This is the need of the hour. So we are confusing about the karma, akarma, Vikarma, and really we don't distinguish that. It is the right question. So what really Arjuna is the only person. Yudhishthira is there, and Vidura is there. They are religious persons, but Krishna discard all, and the Arjuna is the only fittest person. It's a very interesting question. Really, when you feel that why did he select? That is a very tricky question. Really, we very much. I am very much worried about that. So, why Krishna only prepared only Arjuna, nobody else? There are so many great figures, pious-minded, and they are always devoted to. He is a warrior and just like an archer, and also, and Krishna himself find only Arjuna with. He is very much pleased with Vidura, very much impressed. with also Dasiputra. Still then, is the only very, it is a very mysterious chapter. Really, Lord Krishna unravels what is the mystery for the human beings, for us to explore that why did he select Arjuna? It is a very, very, very important question. It is a really, Guruji, because of your enlightening class, they are much more open to exposed to this transcendental knowledge, and you are the only the means for which we can achieve the goal end of our life, and you are the way by which you guide us, you give us the light. We are in the dark, we are ignorant. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana salakaya. You are the gurus, and you are dispelling our ignorance. Because of your class, I am taking interest, more and interest about Gita, to unravel the mysteries of life. Really, I am thankful, Guruji. And because I am asthma patient, most of the times I am affected. Still then, I don't feel that I am suffering. Never I feel I don't take also medicines also. Even if asthma patient, without medicine, one cannot go out. But I don't care for that. Lord Krishna is with me, and not about body. I am always suffering from cold and cough and everything, most of the times. Still then, sometimes I take when I won't control, but I forget to take medicines. Once or twice I take, but what it may be, let me don't think of ourselves. I am least concerned about that. And really, and Guruji, I can express everything. You are the only that we all the devotees are very much like a family. We share all our experiences. Ram Prabhu also very much open to express all his feelings before Guruji and myself and most of all. And really, just like no other class will find this kind of opportunity. And really, not only to personal feelings, but also you elevate us to this Goloka, Haridham, and because of your class, we are taking more interest and to read Gita. And really thankful, Guruji, Pranam Guruji, Satata Naman, Naman, Naman.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Kuldeep Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice
Hare Krishna.
listening to the class. Really
yes,
eye-opener every day that you bless us with. I am highly thankful for that.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna's mercy only, Prabhu. Krishna's costless mercy. Hare Krishna. Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Brindaji Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Sorry I did
Hare
not
Krishna.
appear earlier. Thank you, Guruji, for the class. It's very, very insightful. And we come to know so easily Krishna is accessible if we are devoted to him in spite of all the material energy controlling us. So, so it is really that he's so merciful. And in spite of being controlled by so much around us, but he is always by our side. Thank you, Guruji. Yes. We are very grateful to you because you have given us this insight and you have helped us to come till this day. Thank you, Guruji.
Yes, Krishna's mercy. Hare Krishna.
Yes. And I also, when I am doing my counseling, I've told you before that I definitely try and tell people that, you know, this is also one of the therapies that you can apply on yourself. It's one of the best therapies.
In fact, Arjuna got this therapy from Krishna in the battlefield. Nothing else would have saved him except this Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, yes, Guruji. So thankful to you, Guruji, for supporting us all the while. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Madani, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Today
Krishna,
also,
Hare Krishna.
as usual, we got a very good class lecture from your side, and we enjoyed thoroughly. So during this
Yes.
Durga Puja festival session, so we are all praying to Durga, and ultimately it all goes to Krishna only. Krishna Arpanamastu. So therefore,
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama.
Rama.
Everything is Krishna. We understood in this Navaratri. So even
Yes.
Durga and Saraswati, we are chanting Krishna, and we are doing our duties towards him. So
Yes.
all the blessing will come, and we enjoy this Navaratri session with Krishna chanting, and all the knowledge we are getting it.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Thank
It
you,
is
Guruji.
Krishna's.
I think
Thank
Lord
you,
Durga,
Prabhu.
I mean Devi Durga, should give all Shakti and strength to you, so that the Bhakta can get benefit out of it. Thank you, Guruji.
Yes, bro.
We are all grateful to you. And,
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna. And there is a number 408-805-6477. Okay, I think we can listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,